Now, even as IEBC CEO Ezra Chiloba is reported to have proceeded on a 3-week break, one of the commissioners is hitting back at Chairman Wafula Chebukati. Professor Abdi Guliye says Chebukati should stop asking for the resignation of other commissioners and instead hold the entire commission accountable. Professor Guliye spoke in Dubai, where ballot papers for the presidential election next week are being printed, and Duncan Hayamba has the details.
On Wednesday, a seemingly besieged IEBC chair Wafula Chebukati turned the heat onto his own team, calling for specific individuals to take responsibility.
Without critical changes in key secretariat staff, free, fair and credible elections will surely be compromised. I therefore call on the staff who have been adversely mentioned to step aside to allow this project team to function without interference.
But Commissioner Professor Abdi Guliye, who is among the individuals that NASA is demanding their immediate resignation, has fired back at the chairman.
For me, I have done nothing wrong. My conscience is very clear. I did what I was expected to do as a commissioner in collective decision-making process. There has not been any actions I have taken as an individual. And if I have to leave, I have to leave with everyone, including the chair, because all the decisions we made under the docket of ICT was not driven by an individual. And therefore, if any decisions that contributed to that particular sector, it's a collective decision for the entire commission, because ultimately all decisions made are approved at the plenary level.
In his media briefing, Chebukati said he was frustrated by his own commissioners, a matter Professor Guliye dismisses.
If you have a motion and you are unable to convince your colleagues, it does not necessarily mean they are against you. You make decisions, make arguments. If those arguments are not bought by your colleagues, you go by the majority.
And in his opinion, was the move by the chairman calling for their resignations at this 11th hour appropriate?
For me and for other commissioners, we have a Supreme Court decision in front of us. The decision of the Supreme Court, or the directive of the Supreme Court, is that we conduct elections in 60 days. And all our energy and all our focus is to try and actualize that order, to comply with that order. And so all these other things that are happening are just mere sideshows, and for us, we are not interested to participate in sideshows.
He has also punched holes on claims by immediate former Commissioner Roselina Kombe and the chairman that 4 commissioners were frustrating operations at IEBC, promising to drop a bombshell very soon.
They put whatever they put on paper to try and discredit the commissioners that didn't agree with some of their views. And these views were being expressed in discussions that occur in plenary. And if certain decisions don't come your way and others have a divergent opinion, it doesn't mean that they don't mean well for the country and that you mean well for the country. It is not true, absolutely not true. There is a lot that has happened that Kenyans don't know. Probably we will speak about this after the elections, but the truth of the matter is that there is no one who means well for the Kenyan people, much more than those commissioners that are being discredited.
His revelation coming shortly after it emerged that CEO Ezra Chiloba has taken a 3-week leave with immediate effect.
Well, that's a decision that has been reached by Ezra, and he's the best person to explain the reasons behind that. But obviously, from media reports, there have been a number of calls for his resignations over the couple of months in the past. And whether that has informed or the other developments, I may not be in a position to know now that I'm not in the country.
Duncan Hayamba, KTN News in Dubai.